Hi, and welcome to the APAC Google News Initiative Verification Challenge. My name is Miguel D'Souza. I'm a news teaching fellow, and today I'm going to teach you how to learn all about Google search operators and how they can help you target your searches. Now, this will also include our first quiz, Chapter 1. I'm Miguel, and I'm really excited to see all of you take part in this journey to become a master fact checker. Now, a couple of things to note. You may be watching this on YouTube, but our quiz will be done on another website. So I suggest that you use two devices, one to watch, another to answer the question later on, or watch this as your laptop with watch this on your laptop with two tabs open. Speed is key when answering our quiz questions later on, so we do hope that you do get the tip that it will help to be organized to be able to get your answers through. Now, look, these skills are going to help you as you go through the 2022 verification challenge with the Google News Initiative. And later on, you can certainly polish up your skills in our challenge. But first, we're going to give you this little lesson in a key skill. Then stick around and test your new skill out with our quiz. Now, this is really, really important, and I'm going to stress this again. You're watching this video on YouTube, but our quiz will be done on a separate site called Quizzy. So be prepared, open that on a new tab. It also might work best if you've got two devices. A laptop or an iPad will do, as well as your phone. All right, so let's get started. Today's lesson is all about Google search operators. Now, Google is a massive search engine that indexes a lot of content posted all online. This includes indexing posts that are published on social media like Facebook, Insta, and Twitter, and also TikTok. What this means is that with a little bit of knowledge and some skills, you can find a lot of information from different websites a lot faster than others. Now, I do want to remind you that this does not mean that we can use Google to find posts that are published from private accounts. If the user has set up his or her accounts to be private, their social media posts won't be indexed on Google. We can only search and view content that are public. Now, take a really good look at this graphic. What you're seeing here are some key search operators and the parts of a page that they target. Now, clockwise from the left, you'll see file type. Now, you'll use file type to look for things like PDFs, Excels, Microsoft Word docs, PowerPoints, lots of other files like that. Above it, you can see in URL. Now, in URL takes advantage of the fact that words appear in website addresses as a type of accessibility measure. It also means you can search them. So you can search for words in web addresses using in URL. Now, cite will allow you to search for a top-level domain like .org, or even a website address, or even an individual web page. Now, I should remind you that you use these operators as a word. You can see there, cite, so write out the word cite, and you'll use the colon. Those are those two dots that appear immediately after that. And then place your search terms immediately to the right of that. I'll show you what we mean a bit later on. Let's continue on this little tour though. Up the top, you've got Entitle. Now that searches for words in the title on a page. There next to it, below, you've got exact phrases, which you can search for using a set of inverted commas. You can try out that search using your own name. It's called an ego search. You can also use in-text as an operator to target words in the text on the body of a page. We usually like to look for things online by Googling, just using keywords. But by using search operators, we narrow down our results significantly and only get items that we're specially looking for. In this case, the minus symbol and the word cite, colon, are search operators that help us narrow down our search results. Operators are useful because we're telling Google to be specific in giving us the results we want. Now, have a look over here at the screen and you can see exactly how that's working. Say, for example, we want to let Google know to omit a certain word. We would use the minus symbol to tell Google, I want to search for banana, but I don't want the word fruit to appear in my results. So I'll add the minus sign and the word fruit without any space between each other. It doesn't work when you put a space in between the minus symbol and the word. So just remember that, okay? Have a look at how it's written on screen. So Google now knows you're looking for references to banana, but don't want the word fruit. Now, another is if you want Google to include both words in the search results. You can add the plus sign. You're letting Google know, I want my search results to have the words banana and smoothie in it. Now, another alternative to using the plus sign is the quotation marks. Now, quotation marks are handy to let Google know that it must include words or phrases in the search results. In this case, we're telling Google that we want the words COVID and 5G to appear in our search results. Not using the quotation marks is the same as letting Google know that, hey, I prefer if we have both COVID and 5G appear in my results, but I'm also okay with either one of the words in the search results. This means that Google will prioritize to show you words in your results, but would also include results whereby one of the words are included. Now, using quotation marks, however, tells Google you only want that exact phrase or those words in the results, not either or. You can also use quotation marks for phrases or for names. So let's press on a little bit. Another really useful trick is to search within a specific website. This is like narrowing your search just down to that one address. Here's an example on screen. Usually you just Google your keywords and the platform name such as Instagram or TikTok. But by using site colon with no space and then the web domain, we're telling Google that we only want results from TikTok's website in this example. Now, in the case of Facebook, we can also narrow it down to finding Facebook pages and Facebook groups that are publicly viewable. Searching for public Facebook groups can help you find great information about the group itself and as part of your investigative process without necessarily having to join the group. That's the crucial thing. You can simply key in your keyword, for example, QAnon, and cite facebook.com groups, and you can see that the results come from Facebook itself, and the links all have the word QAnon in its title or description. Just tapping into one of it would take you to a Facebook group where you can see the group's name, description, history, and also postings by its members. The other is also to use your keyword or keywords with site:facebook.com/pages to find pages that contain information you're looking for. Here you key in the words 5G and COVID and Facebook pages, and you'll see all the links from Facebook with your keywords by tapping one of them. You can see there on screen the example we're using right now is looking for QAnon in Facebook groups. And over here, we have an example of using the pages search. So have a really close look at those because you might find those really handy a little later on. Hopefully this is all starting to stick because now you can also use this amazing operator called the Entitle operator. Now what this tells you is that you're telling people that you want a specific word or words inside the title on a web page. So say for example, as in this case, your keywords are dance challenge and you wanted to make sure the word banana was in the title, you'd write it something like this. Now here's another one. A little bit more complicated, but I think you might understand it. We're showing here that you can have multiple search operators working together. We're now telling Google that we only want results from TikTok's website, and in the title of the web link, there should be the word banana, and either one of these two words, dance or challenge, but we don't want the word shaggy. Now, how did I know that? Well, you can see there that there's a minus in front of the in title, and the word shaggy is just after that. So keep an eye out on things like that. Are you starting to notice that you can use these in all sorts of sequences and in all sorts of ways? And those operators are interchangeable. So I hope now you're able to follow and catch it. Now let's go to another example of multiple operators used together. Now here, I'm telling Google that I'm searching for COVID, and in the title of the URL, I would want the words cure and fast. The results should come from Facebook's website, and I only want JPEG images. Is that what you guessed? Now, initially, I tried using the Chrome mobile app and it didn't yield any answers. Just like what you see here by using the Chrome web browser, there are no results. However, the difference here is that when I clicked on images in the web browser, it shows me results with the option of even switching from JPEG to other file types. Let's have a look at this. So here, let's have a look. So now, when I modify that result, just have a look at what happens. So you can see by clicking on images, I've been able to filter and retrieve JPEGs. And from there, you can scroll through and tap on each image to see if it's what you're looking for. So now we can also search for content published within a specific time frame. You'll notice that when you search for Japan 2011 tsunami, you see how the results are web links published in the last 2 years. What if you wanted to search for content that was published during the period when the tsunami had just occurred back in 2011? You'll notice that the default setting in the Chrome app lets you select under Search Tools that you can tap anytime and select the default timeframes of the past hour all the way up to the past year. Even one thing, interestingly, you can't use the custom change time frame on mobile. You can do that on the desktop. To do that, you'll simply have to key in keywords Japan 2011 tsunami followed by the after colon operator. So you can see here, that's demonstrating that. So have a look on screen. You see how I'm using the after operator and before to make sure that my results are only coming from a very specific time frame. Now have a look at the results. They're basically filtering only results that are published between March 11, 2011 to April the 1st, 2011, at the time of the disaster. So here's another tool that might be useful. Let's say you can't remember the search operators we covered earlier. Google's advanced search page is a really useful way to filter your searches. Now, to launch it, when you are on search, just simply scroll down to the bottom in your search results, hit settings, and then you can select advanced search. Cool thing with that is then it loads up a whole bunch more different pages and ways for you to filter your filter your search by language, publication, region, and even when the site was last updated. It extends your search abilities no end. It's really useful. Okay, so are you ready to be tested? Okay, so that was our short but informative tutorial. Now, I hope you managed to digest everything because we're about to test you right now. You'll need to open the website quizzys.com and key in this code. Now, make sure you put in the same nickname as the one you used when you registered for Chapter 1. Now, you can see a counter on screen. Well, that's giving you a generous amount of time to go and do all of this. So I'm going to ask you, remember, enter your quiz code that you can see, and also enter your username that you've entered for the challenge. You still have around a minute and a half to complete this. Just go into the Quizzy room and wait for the quiz to start, and get ready for the question that we'll ask you. Now, we'll give some of your friends and everybody and colleagues a chance to get over there because we still have roughly a bit over a minute for you to take your time to register. So what do you need to do? Open up a separate tab, go to quizzy.com, key in the code, make sure you use your nickname and the same one that you've registered for us with, and sit tight while we just fill up that room with some fellow competitors. Now remember, this is stage 1 of the Google News Initiative Challenge, and we certainly have 7 more to go, but this one is an important one because it can get you started. So again, you have around 30 seconds to go to quizzy.com, key in the code you can see on screen, and make sure that you enter your nickname. And in a second, I'm going to tell you what the question is. Okay, so are you ready? You've still got a few more seconds. I'll just leave you a little bit of time to make sure that you are there. Okay, you've got about 10 seconds to go, so hopefully you are getting your details in there. And when I click over, it's going to be quiz time. Okay, I hope you're ready to go. So let's get to that first question. Search on Google for these keywords, peaches and challenge, for results on Instagram from January the 1st to June the 30th, 2021. The first video you find is posted by, and the answer is DJ Paul, DJ Khaled, DJ Rap, or DJ Quick. Now your time has already begun, so let me just repeat that question and just remind you here that what you're doing is using Google search operators and date filtering to target your search on the Instagram URL and search for the keywords peaches or challenge, peaches and challenge, for results on Instagram from January the 1st to June the 30th, 2021. Now, after you do that, you should then identify the first video you find. Now, is that either by DJ Paul, DJ Khaled, DJ Rap, or DJ Quick? You still have just around 2 minutes to plan your attack to answer that question. Now remember, what we're doing here is we're working with Google search operators and we're searching for keywords, peaches and challenge. And to narrow your results down to Instagram from January the 1st to June the 30th, 2021. After you've done that, you'll need to identify the first video that you find. So let me step you through how you might approach finding the solution. Firstly, searching for keywords peaches or challenge can be done either by putting both terms in a set of inverted commas and then narrowing your search down using the Instagram operator. Of course, you'll have to filter your results once you get them, or you can use the before and after operators. Hopefully you've approached it using one or both of those methods, perhaps to answer and perhaps to check your answer. But either way, let's hope you're on target now because you've got just under a minute to go before you have to submit your answer. Just remember again, you need to search on Google for keywords peaches and challenge for results on Instagram from January the 1st to June the 30th in 2021. Now, the first video you find is the correct answer, but is it by DJ Paul, DJ Khaled, DJ Rap, or DJ Quick? Hopefully you're keying in your answer right now because it's just about time for you to submit it. So, a bit over 10 seconds to go, but right now you're down to 10 seconds and 9. And I'll tell you now, you've got 5 seconds to go. So really, hopefully you are keying in that answer of yours because your time is now up. So I bet you want to find out exactly what the answer is, right? Well, let's go to the next slide and I'll tell you all about it. Well, what we wanted was the keywords peaches and challenge. So we searched for those and we narrowed it down to Instagram using the site operator, just like this. After that, we used the after:date 2021-0101 and then before with the date 2021-06-30, June 30, 2021, and before that, January 1st, 2021. Once you look at the results, you can see right there that the first answer was DJ Khaled. So hopefully that was how you worked out the answer, and hopefully that's exactly the answer that you got. Nice and easy. And there is your answer, right there, DJ Khaled. If you can see there on those results, the very first response is the magnificent dancing DJ Khaled. So there you go. And hopefully that's what you found. Okay, Thank you, everyone. I really hope you found that quiz useful. Now, if you want to keep track of your progress throughout Chapter 1 and beyond, we ask you to bookmark our website at this link shown. There's a leaderboard that we will update with your scores after every quiz. And if you have any questions at all, we have an FAQ page on our website. But if you find that the FAQ does not answer your query, you can always reach out to us at this email address, and our amazing team will get back to you really, really soon. That's it for today, and I really hope you found it a fruitful learning experience. I look forward to seeing you again, same time tomorrow, for our next quiz, which will focus on social media searches. See you tomorrow.